Hello, American history. Oh, I am so excited that we are about to start co-op. It's been a long time. But here I am coming to you through YouTube because that's just how things are these days. Did the parent meeting virtual earlier in the day. So this is just kind of overview of American history, going over the class. I have already sent out the syllabus and the class information sheet. So hopefully you've had a chance to go over that. If you want to grab it while you're listening to this, it may be helpful to look at it while I'm kind of going over some things about it. But if not, that's okay. All right, let's jump right in really quickly. So everything's pretty self-explanatory as far as just grading, supplies, that kind of thing. The only thing as far as supplies that I want to focus on for just a second is the index cards. Those are very, very important. In this curriculum, there are bold terms throughout every chapter that we will use to do tests, to study, quizzes, that kind of thing. These terms, the list of terms can be long. There are some chapters where it's very short and some chapters where there's 30 or more words. I am going to endeavor at the beginning of every chapter to cut that down. By endeavor, I mean that is what I'm doing. It's just sometimes I may forget. So hopefully I remember, and that way they don't do any unnecessarily. But it's the easiest thing to do is as they are reading and they come across the word that they've made a little notation. Hey, this is a word I need to do an index card for, or it's a word I don't need to do an index card for, however they prefer. They pull an index card out, jot it down, and then keep it in their stack, and that stack stays in their backpack. It's very important for them to bring that to class every day. They need that. So no worries. On the syllabus, you will see that on the first day of class, I want them to bring their index cards. While they have reading, they do not have to complete any index cards. I'm going to go over in class how they are to do that, and then we will start that probably the next chapter. I don't know that I'll have them do it for chapter 2, just since we're kind of starting out. And if I do, it'll be just to kind of help them get acclimated as to how to do it. Okay, the other thing is the binder, the section in a binder. It's personal preference. However you do that, it's really okay as long as it's organized. There's a dedicated history section. They have paper. We will occasionally be taking notes. A folder, we will have handouts, and the page protector for the cover letter, the information letter, and the syllabus. I do want that signed and brought to class on the first day. It just tells me, hey, we read it, we understand, this is what, the class is about, and yada, yada. Plus, it gives them an easy homework grade. That'll be one of their first homework grades. Okay, so we went over the index cards. Just FYI, if there is ever an essay that is required in my class, Wikipedia is not an acceptable source. I do not accept Wikipedia as a source. I forgot to put that on the cover letter, but just FYI. Okay, so on your syllabus, you will see that I assign section quizzes. A section quiz typically includes a little 1 to 5 questions. Sometimes it's 1 or 3. There's also a little question that has an asterisk beside it. I do not want that. I call them the star questions. I do not want those star questions completed unless I ask for it to be. The reason is because those typically do tend to be essay form, and I don't want you to do that every single time I ask for a section quiz. So just know that is, I will try to remind throughout the year, but that the expectation is not that you do the star question. Unless I ask for it, don't do it. Okay. In your reading, sometimes it can be a little confusing. They will have little boxes specified for like a character, like one, there's Benedict Arnold. and it's shaded green. That is required in the chapter. I do expect that you read that. It can look a little confusing, so just FYI, I do want those read. Um, Expectations are pretty standard. Come to class on time, come to class prepared, do your work, um, that kind of thing. It's not really hard. I have a few different things planned this year for American history that I'm actually really excited about. A couple things we're doing different. One thing that I think we would be completely, you know, I would just be remiss if I didn't take the opportunity to take a day, because we have an election year, and go over in depth caucuses, debates, electoral college, those kinds of things. And as I was going through the syllabus and putting everything together, that day actually fell, the right as we are ending the Declaration of Independence being written, and all of that kind of thing. So I'm really excited about that. I think it's a great opportunity. So we're going to do that. Extra credit, there are a few assignments on there. I tried to list it very clearly. Please go over that. There are opportunities for, in one case, where I assign something that not everybody may want to do. So I try to give another option to be fair. And so just look over that. If you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me a text, give me a call. Like I said, if you give me a call and I don't answer, it's not personal. It may mean that I just didn't recognize the number, and that kind of thing. I feel like I'm always forgetting to say something, but that's just kind of how it happens. Oh, yes, now I remember. I don't do this often, but on the syllabus, I will occasionally assign an assignment from the the living as a Christian citizen question. Those questions and then the making connection questions are found at the back of the chapter. Section quizzes are found throughout the chapter, but those other ones are at the back. So sometimes there's confusions about where to find that. So just FYI, there you go. Okay. All right. I am so excited to be back in class with you guys. I cannot wait. I hope that we have a great year. I am believing and praying that we will have a great year. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you on Wednesday. Bye, guys.